Yo, what is up, my tube of views? How's everyone doing? I hope everyone's having a good day today. So far, it looks like a beautiful day out here. The sun's shining. We got a little bit of a breeze. It's not too hot. Traffic is, you know how it is in California. But, so this video, one of my subscribers had reached out to me on this channel, and he asked me if I can make a video of like the process, like, you know, let's say you're an unarmed guard, or let's say like you're thinking about becoming a security guard, and you know you already got your guard card, you already did the whole hiring process with the company, and you're good. But let's say this company also has an armed division to them as well, and you're thinking about doing that. So I was asked to make a video on like the whole process of being able to purchase a firearm and to basically get the ball rolling to become an armed guard. So awesome comment, and yes, I will make a video on it. Sorry I did not get your name, but if you're watching this video is for you. You know who I'm talking about. So basically it's simple. Okay, so for example, I live in Modesto, and over in Modesto we have a place called California Shooting Sports. It's also an indoor range, so you can go there and you can do, you know, you can pay to use their range inside. And they also do classes and stuff like that. They do gun training classes and CCWs that you can get through them as well. So basically, the process is very simple. And the way I'm going to explain it is the way I did it. But all you have to do is just picture it. You know, you're in your city. You're going to this place that sells guns, yada yada, in your city, and it's the same thing, but I'm going to explain it the way I did it in Modesto. So I was an unarmed guard for 5 years. I was doing security for about 5 years, and you know, after about 3 years of being a guard, you know, I was like, man, I want to do armed security. But then I kept thinking to myself, I'm like, am I really like, do I really want to go through all the court cases and go through all this and that, and like, but then I put all that aside. It's honestly, it's a great career. If you do have that self-control, and you know for a fact that you can be armed and everything will still be okay, as like the people out there will be safe, the public will be safe, you'll be safe, and go for it. Why not? But anyways, this is what I did. So I went down to California Shooting Sport. I walked inside. I'm looking at their firearms. The guy comes up to me, hey, you interested in something? Yeah. My first time I went in there, I bought my M&P, my Smith & Wesson M&P. And second time I went in there was for my duty pistol. My M&P is for my CCW. Because it's an M&P shield, that's why. So I use it as a CCW. Single stack, small, fits perfect, love it. But for my duty pistol, I wanted something a little more beefy, so I went with the Glock. I did not go with what everyone usually goes with, and that's usually a Glock 17. I didn't want a Glock 17. I like Glock 17s, don't get me wrong. I just didn't want something as long as a Glock 17. So, you know, it is my favorite gun though. So for that, I bought a Glock 19. Same exact gun, same exact everything, just a little bit smaller. So anyways, I used that for my duty pistol. So what you do is you go in there, and let's say, for example, you like the Glock 19. So you say, yeah, I'm interested in the Glock 19. Then the guy will say, okay, do you have your the card that they give you? But basically what that card is when you go into the gun store in your city, you let them know, hey, I'm here to take that test. It's like a little questionnaire. It takes about 15 minutes to do it. It's very simple. And if you pass that, then you get your little DOJ, which is Department of Justice, little card saying that you qualified to purchase a firearm and to purchase ammunition, stuff like that. That's what that card is for. So after you take that test, then they will give you that card. They will laminate it. They'll make you a card there on the spot and give it to you. Then what you can do after you get that card, because you can't just walk in there and purchase ammo or purchase a firearm without having that DOJ card. So that's the first thing you got to do when you go in there, is make sure you tell them, hey, I'm here because I need to purchase a firearm, but it's my first time, so I'm here to take that test to get the DOJ card. They'll know exactly what you're talking about. Matter of fact, when you tell them, hey, I'm here for the first time to purchase a firearm, they already know what you're in there for. They'll start helping you out and lead the way, which is pretty cool. So after that, let's say you take that test, you passed it, they gave you your card, right? Now, since you got that card, you're allowed to make purchases. But it's not like you going into Walmart or you going anywhere and making a purchase. Like, yeah, I want this, and that. You slide your card, you're walking out the door with that item. It doesn't work like that, though. The problem is there's a 10-day waiting period. This is different. I probably shouldn't even bring this up, but police officers, correctional officers, I believe, some security personnel, bounty hunters. I'm not sure about private investigators, but there is a blue box Glock where you can go and buy blue box instead of the Glock comes in the normal black box. But what that blue box is for is basically like law enforcement, so you can skip that whole 10-day waiting period, which is kind of like a cool-off period. And that's not nothing new. They've been doing that since day one, since the doors open. But basically, okay, so you got that, and you got the card. Oh, okay, my bad. So, sorry, I'm driving to work right now, so the traffic was kind of starting to build up, so it kind of threw me off. But yeah, that blue box one is just to skip the waiting period, and you kind of get like a little bit of a discount because of who you are and, you know, like what you're there to purchase. So basically, going back to just regular, you get the black box, and we're doing everything regular. After you tell them, hey, I want the Glock 19, okay, cool, you'll make a purchase, or you'll purchase the firearm. After you purchase the firearm, you don't get to take it home that same day. They will tell you, let's say, for example, you're in there June 10th. Okay? So June 10th, you go in there. You have to go back on June 20th to pick up your firearm. And let's say, for example, you were there at 12 o'clock in the afternoon. You cannot pick up that firearm until 12:01, 10 days later. So that's basically it. That's basically how it works. So you go there, and okay, so that has nothing to do with you being a security guard, though, an armed security guard. That's just you purchasing your firearm. So everything I just explained right now has nothing to do with you becoming an armed guard. That's just the process of you purchasing a firearm. So owning a firearm, because of course, what's an armed guard? An armed guard is a guard that carries a gun. So you need that firearm to be an armed guard. Duh. So anyways, after you do that 10-day wait, let's say, you know, we're using examples again. So January or June 10th, I went in there at 12 o'clock, purchased it. Now it's June 20th, and it's 12:01, so I'm there to pick up my firearm. Picked it up, I'm good to go home. But when you purchase ammunition, you still have to show your little DOJ card, and they'll ask you for your birthday and your address, stuff like that. Ammunition does not have a 10-day waiting period. That you can just purchase and take it home the same exact day that you buy it. It's pretty cool. So, yeah, that's basically it. After you do that, you get your firearm. Make sure you do all this first before you go and try to become an armed guard. Because not all security companies have lenders where if you're going to the range to qualify, they'll let you rent a gun. You have to actually bring your own. Bring your own firearm and your own live ammunition, which is, I think they recommend that you bring about 150 rounds. So there's packs of 100, there's packs of 50. So I think most likely they ask you to bring 150 rounds. And that's for your qualification. But all that, don't worry about all that right now. Everything I just said, go and get that out of the way first. Get your firearm. And then sign up to become an armed guard. So that way you can go to the range and qualify and become efficient in the caliber that you want to get a license for. Which mine is 9mm. I decided to go with 9. I didn't want to do 40, only because 40 is kind of limited. Like you know, there's a lot of companies that recommend 40. You know, they make you get 40. Oh, and another thing, let's say you can actually qualify for all. You can qualify for 40, 45, and 9, all three on the same permit. But let's say, for example, you do what I did. You know, you just do 9mm only. And let's say in the future, you apply at a company that says, no, we recommend that you carry a 40 caliber. Like Triple Canopy, for example. You have to have a 40 caliber to work with Triple Canopy, which is a security company, which is a government-based security company. They do a lot of government work, like you know, like DMVs and stuff like that, basically. So sign up for all that stuff. Get all that out of the way. Get your firearm. Kind of get used to loading, unloading, the breakdown of it. Just get used to holding it. Get you a nice holster. Do not go cheap on the holster. You never want to go cheap on the holster. That holster is basically your lifeline when it comes to armed security. You want to make sure you get a holster that nobody can just easily walk up and snatch it from you. And you want to also make sure you get a holster that doesn't mess up your gun or break on you at a time that you need it the most. So I went with the Safariland SLS. You know, now they actually have knockoffs that are, you know, just like that, but they're not, you know, Safariland prices where you're paying $150, almost $200 for just a holster. So it's not cheap. Be prepared. When you're going into this industry, yes, you are going to make better money, but there will be security companies out there that try to screw you over and pay you shit from Shinola, even though you're out there risking your life carrying a firearm. And it gets really expensive. So, you know, requalifications are not cheap. Ammunition is not cheap. The firearm itself is not cheap. You're going to need a duty belt. You're going to need belt keepers. You're going to need a nice underbelt. And take my advice for this, guys. Don't get a Velcro underbelt. A lot of people do that, especially if you're going to carry, if you're doing unarmed security and you just have like pepper spray, handcuffs, you know, a glove pouch, stuff like that, then that's fine. But when you start getting into armed security, don't go with the Velcro nylon underbelt. Trust me, it's gonna look stupid. It's gonna sag. You're gonna look like a hockey player / security guard. Anyways, so basically that's it. Just know that this industry is a very good industry. Once you become an armed guard, like you get your license, your firearm permit, a lot of doors, and I mean a lot of doors in the security industry will open for you. It's amazing. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, you know, it's not cheap, but would I ever go back? No. Would I ever do unarmed security? If it pays more than $30 an hour, sure. But I wouldn't take anything I did back. I love the industry. I love my career. I love what I do. And guys, I'm telling you, you're going to love it too. So follow those steps. Go and get that out of the way first. Get your firearm. Pick up about 150 live ammunition, which is full metal jackets, because...
In 2 miles, take exit 51 for Isabel Avenue, California 84 toward Portola Avenue.
Sorry about that. So yeah, get yourself full metal jackets. Don't waste your money on hollow tips when you're just going to the range for your qualifications and stuff like that. But when you're working, like you're actually doing armed security work at your post, make sure you get hollow tips. Do not walk around with full metal jackets. That is a major liability. Full metal jackets will penetrate, go through walls. You try to stop a bad guy, it's going to go through the bad guy and take out 3 good guys. Do not get full metal jackets when you're working in the field. Make sure you get hollow tip ammunition. Hollow tip is made to expand at the first thing it hits. And another thing, for flesh, hollow tip
Half a mile, take exit 51 for Isabel Avenue, California 84 toward Portola Avenue.
Hollow tip does damage when it comes to flesh. But full metal jackets just goes through everything. So that's it pretty much, guys.
Take exit 51.
Good luck with everything. If you got any questions, let me know. And yeah, go do your thing. Become an armed guard.
A 1/4 mile, use the left 2 lanes to turn left onto California 84 East Isabel Avenue.
Alright guys, I'm out. I'm sorry about my navigation.
Use the left 2 lanes to turn left onto California 84 East Isabel Avenue.
Security zone, Officer Bahi. I'm out.